What are some financial mistakes you made that you wish you hadn't made?
Trying to please everybody. You can't go invest in every customer's request. Like, you can't go buy a bottle of a certain sauce just because one customer asked you for it. Now you got 20 sauces on there that you don't use because 20 people said, hey, you should bring this. Hey, you should bring this. So you can't please everybody. So that's why the motto is, hey, this food is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took that literally. Yeah, it's okay. I don't want your money. It's not for you.
When McDonald's first started up, they were selling like a wider variety of food, and they kind of scaled it down to just burgers and fries because it's like, yeah, we're not gonna please everybody.
Right.
You can't just pick one lane to stay in and make that.
Right.
They say that when you add too many things on the menu, like people go in and like it's hard, they get confused.
Man, listen, we sold 3 things: chicken, steak, or lamb. You want wings? Go across the street. You want burgers? Go across the street. You want Jahana? Around the corner. You want Mexican? Go to Salute. We sell chicken, steak, and lamb. 3 things. Nothing else. That's what he's doing. I'm not gonna build 20, 30 items on my menu and half of my profit is in the stock room. No.
Frell is a Birmingham-based entrepreneur and the visionary founder of Aki's, a Mediterranean New York-style street cuisine restaurant, a culture-driven brand celebrated for its bold flavors and immersive community-centered experiences. Built from the ground up, Frell has led every aspect of the business, from concept development and menu creation to branding, operations, and strategic growth. More than a restaurant, Aki's represents a fusion of food and culture through curated events, interactive dining concepts, and grassroots market initiatives. Frell has cultivated a loyal following and established a strong, recognizable presence within the Birmingham community. His work and impact have earned recognition from respected outlets such as Birmingham Business Journal and BHAM Now. Along with consistently positive reviews from food critics who have praised both the quality and originality of the brand.
Tastemakers is a dynamic interview platform where real stories meet real strategies. Each episode features in-depth conversations with creators, entrepreneurs, and business leaders from across industries. If you're looking for information or insights into career-driven endeavors that you can only get from the people with the expertise and experience, then like and subscribe to our channel. With your support, we'll be able to grow the channel and bring you even more in-depth conversations with even more interesting tastemakers.
Putting on for the city. We've been running checkups for a minute. If you about your business, let me put you on. We handling business for a living. Tastemakers, what we boast of.
The restaurant business. How did you get into the restaurant business?
So I got into the restaurant business by default, actually, or by accident. When we opened up the restaurant, it was for my mother so that she could have a source of income. Me and my brother, we knew it was hard work. We knew that it takes a lot of dedication. And at the time, we just wasn't ready for that. Mm-hmm. So once we decided that my mother was going to retire, that's when we took it over physically. But getting in the restaurant business itself as a business concept, everybody has to eat. So with that being said, I felt that was the best business to get into at the time. People got to eat, people got to die, and people got to take medicine. Uh-huh. So these are the 3 things that people can't live without. So why not invest in something that's going to be long-term? And it's profitable at the same time.
You started off in the cell phone industry.
Yes.
How did you get into the cell phone industry?
I used to work for T-Mobile. T-Mobile Metro PCS. I was making the money. It was an easy hustle. Why not? I had the funds. I researched how to get in contact with the rep that was in that market at the time. Got in contact with the rep. I followed all procedures. I was approved. So I quit Metro PCS and I stood on my own too.
Yeah.
I had the store for about 6 years. And right when the pandemic hit, I ended up selling the business.
Okay.
Starting up a business, they always tell you when you go into work, you're not working to work for the rest of you. You should be in there learning the business so that you could eventually become the competition of who you're working for. So that's a great strategy to go by. Going from like, what are the starting steps? Like how did you get in touch with the people to network into that industry?
Well, I mean, before you get into any industry, and this is just my personal opinion, but before you get into any industry, you got to know your ins and outs, right? To determine where's the end goal, right? So if your end goal is to have multiple franchises, you need to know how to get to multiple franchises. And if you're learning how to get to multiple franchises, 9 times out of 10, you're going to learn how to get to one. Mm-hmm. Right. So just establishing your end goal. Once you establish that, you start, the path of resolution. Right. This is my first step, second step, third steps. It's not about completing the whole goal. It's about accomplishing small wins that would eventually end up into your ultimate goal.
Mm. Going into the restaurant business, I know a lot of things that people find most intimidating about the restaurant business is a lot of codes, as far as health codes and everything, keeping up with that aspect of it. Is that something that like, how was that going into that industry?
I mean, going into the industry, I mean, obviously you make mistakes and you learn from your mistakes, mm-hmm. right? There's always resources, there's always information, there's always things that can eliminate the problem. Mm-hmm. With that being said, I don't believe in problems, mm-hmm. right? I just believe that you are unprepared. So therefore it becomes a problem. Mm-hmm. But if you are prepared, then it's not a problem. Then it's just a pattern and you're able to fix the pattern, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go in there and you obviously before you go open up a restaurant, you got to do your due diligence work, yeah. Right? So once you do your due diligence and you find out exactly what's what, you just move forward with it. As far as health regulations go, once you understand them, you'll see how important they are. Making sure that you don't cross-contaminate. Make sure, you're wearing gloves at all times. Mm-hmm. Make sure that, your hair particles do not fall in there, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, they might be tedious and hideous, but you're dealing with the health crowd. So
did you have experience with the food industry before you actually opened up the restaurant?
I did. My dad owns a few restaurants up north. Okay. And he had business here in Birmingham before he passed. So yeah, I did have that experience coming along growing up. Correct.
Okay. For someone that's looking to get into the restaurant industry, how much capital realistic would you have to expect to have to start up that?
You can't put a figure on the capital, but for me, good business practice would be you should have enough to where you are fully operating mm-hmm. and have at least 3 months worth of cushion.
Okay.
So whatever that amount may be, hypothetically speaking, if it's going to cost you $60K to open up the business to turnkey and make it a turnkey operation, you should have at least $180K. Mm. Because you're going to have those ups and downs. In the beginning, you're going to run out of food. And it's normal. It's a new place. Like when we first opened up Aki's, We sold out the first day 2 times. You know, so you can't say, oh, I sold out, because the credit card machine does not deposit until the next day or 20 or 48 hours after, right? So that means you gotta have capital. That means you gotta run to the plug. You gotta go back to the chicken spot. You gotta go back to the steak spot and re-up or whatever the case is, right? So you gotta have that cushion for yourself, because you never know. Refrigerator go down, $1,500. You know what I mean? Just for them to come out and see it, it's $300. You know, so you gotta have this capital. So I advise anybody that's looking to open up, and I'm speaking on a storefront. I'm not speaking on a car or a food truck. I'm speaking on a building.
Why do you think that first day was so successful that you sold out 2 times?
Because it was new. It was something new. It was innovative. It was a new concept. It was a different niche. We just brought something that was completely different to a city that never had nothing like it.
What was the location you were in?
We were downtown Birmingham.
Like, what was the highest expense you had
The hood.
that you wasn't expecting?
The hood.
The hood.
Yes. The hood was like 25 to 30K. That was a big lump sum. So the hood was yeah, I would say the hood. It was the most expensive thing. But you had to have it.
Did you write a business plan out before you started the business, or did you just jump right into it?
It's either in you or it's not. You know, it's just one of those things. I jumped into it not really knowing. I winged it. From my past experience, seeing my parents, you know, I had outside help, outside influences. I did have role models and people that I did speak with and stuff of that nature as well. They helped me along the way. I had friends that encouraged me as well. So I had assistance. It's not like I just jumped and, you know, I did have assistance. If it's not financially, it was definitely morally.
Yeah, I think like a lot of times people tell you to write out a business plan, and it's kind of like it hinders the process because you sit down and you start overthinking things a lot of times.
Right.
You can kind of do the research as you go and, you know, kind of build on to what you start, and you start a foundation and then build on to it versus trying to actually write it out from front to back, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, your mind, the way your mind is working, it's going to always be innovating on the idea that you have.
Right.
So, like, you might see something right then, and then it changes into a different view later on.
True indeed. I mean, here's the thing. They tell you to draw out a blueprint, a business plan, but you're not in business. So all you can write out is what you think.
Yeah.
You know, I believe when you write out a business plan, you need to at least be in business a year to know what the hell you're talking about. Because if you come to me and you say, oh, well, we need the business plan like this, like that, and I ask you why and you can't tell me why, then what does the business plan mean? It don't mean nothing. You just put ink on paper, you know? So, and I'm successful. I was successful. So I didn't have no business plan.
What are the profit margins typically like in a restaurant?
I'm not sure, but
in just a typical restaurant.
I mean, that's just my opinion would be a 30% markup. You know, if you buying, let's just say, for example, if you buying something, and you just add a 30% markup to it. You know, you're not trying to kill people's pockets. So at Aki's, we were selling rice, chicken, lamb, salad, bread with the sauces for $15. I mean, it was definitely worth a $25 plate, but we were just selling $15. I'm not trying to kill no, it was the people's plate. You know. And 2 people could eat off 1 plate. That's how big the place was, you know? But yeah, to me, I think it's just 30% markup.
What are some financial mistakes you made that you wish you hadn't made?
Trying to please everybody. You can't go invest in every customer's request. Like, you can't go buy a bottle of a certain sauce just because one customer asked you for it. Now you got 20 sauces on there that you don't use because 20 people said, hey, you should bring this. Hey, you should bring this. So you can't please everybody. So that's why the motto is, hey, this food is not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took that literally. Okay, it's okay. What? I don't want your money. It's not for you.
When McDonald's first started up, they were selling like a wider variety of food, and they kind of scaled it down to just burgers and fries because it was like, yeah, we're not going to please everybody.
Right. You
can't
can't
just pick one lane to stay in and make that.
Right.
They say that when you add too many things on the menu, like people go in and, you know,
They
like
get
it's hard, they get confused.
Man, listen, we sold 3 things. Chicken, steak, or lamb. You want wings? Go across the street. You want burgers? Go across the street. You want Jahana? Around the corner. You want Mexican? Go to Salute. We sell chicken, steak, and lamb. 3 things. Nothing else. That's what he's doing. I'm not finna build 20, 30 items on my menu and half of my profit is in the stock room. No.
On a day-to-day operation, what does that typically look like for a business owner of a restaurant?
I don't know about business owners. I can tell you about mine, right? Because I was hands-on, right? So I'm usually up by 4:30. I'm at the store by 5:45, 6. And I cook everything. I cook for 2 days' work. So from 4 to, we opened at 11. So from 4 to about 10, I'm cooking. The chicken, the steak, the lamb, the rice, cutting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. My employees come in around 10. We got to make sure that, you know, our dining room area is straight. We stocked up, ready to go. The hot bar is ready to go, et cetera, et cetera. 11 o'clock comes. You servicing your customers. You non-stop till about 8. Then you get off you close at 8. Then you clean up. Take out the trash. You start it again all over again every day.
That's one myth about business that a lot of people going into it, they think that this is going to be a relief on their lifestyle. Like,
oh, hell no.
Hell no. In reality, starting up a business is probably more work than what you would have to do actually working for someone.
Right.
They'd be able to have a successful business anyway.
I tell people this all the time, man. Like, people glamorize, I'm a boss, or I'm my own boss, or man, I'd rather have someone that sign me a check versus I sign the check, because it comes with a lot. It comes with your employee taxes. It comes with your state taxes. It comes with your federal taxes. There's things behind the scene that people don't know that it comes with. You got attorneys. You got this. You got that. I mean, every day there was an expense to something. The city license, the building department, the health department. Boy, we need this. We need that. Man, I swear to God, I used to go home and I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm home. It's like I forgot something in the oven, or I forgot something in the fryer, but I'm not. I'm at home. But my mind is just so occupied.
Still at work. Yeah. I mean, but in actuality, you have to have that mindset, because like a business is like an entity of its own, you know, like it's like a child, you know, you're constantly having to make sure everything is sustainable. You're seeing to it from the front to the end, so day in, day out, back to the front, you know. So
I used to work 7 days. So Monday through Friday is what I gave you. Then you got Saturday where we opened a half a day because the customers were so in love with the food that they requested that. So we opened up Saturdays. Then I used to go on Sundays when we were closed, prep for Monday. I never had a day off. I literally used to tell my friends, like, yo, the store come first, everything else comes second. You know what I mean? Even in my personal, intimate life, everybody had to understand that this was first. Then you're second. So the store occupied. I didn't have a life, you know, but I had money. And that made me feel good. I was okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Every day, when the restaurant business, every day you put your hand in your pocket, you got that. You make good money, jumping, but you don't have a life. You sacrifice. And at the age that I'm in today, I was willing to sacrifice.
So, like, what you saying, your person affected your personal life. Your father was in the same industry. Did you participate in the industry when your father was in it? Like, did you kind of help him out? Like, was it like a family business? Did that help? You think that would help a lot more with a personal life? Like, if it was a family business versus you just being on your own?
So, when it came to Aki's was successful because of the character, the person. And that's not how a business is supposed to win. The business was supposed to win. Doesn't matter if Pharaoh's in there or if it's Mike in there. Doesn't matter, right? But it's hard to find people that will produce the same quality as if it's the owner. Like, for example, when I used to serve the customers, there would be rice on the rim of the plate. I'll make sure that I knock that out because nobody wants no squished rice from the top going on it, right? But an employee's not gonna, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to not be involved. Now you could scale back, right? Instead of working 12 hours, maybe you could work 8, maybe you could work 7, but I don't see a successful business. I mean, unless you're trying to get into a franchise, you know, just pick any local restaurant here that has multiple chains. Go eat from the first one that he or she opened, and then go eat at the second or third one. It'll never be the same. You know,
I guess I looked at it from like, well, my idea where I was always taking my business, anything I ever done, as I start having children and everything, like I kind of try to make it more family orientated because I know I'm gonna be hands on and everything. Like even with my son, I'm training him up on the cameras and everything. So like he's with me the majority of the time when we were filming and everything. So I get to spend time with him and teach him, and then you know like I'm still family time. So I know once my daughter gets of age too, she'll probably be along with me. You know?
Right.
Like if I could get my wife in position of make it a family business. So
right.
Nobody feels like, you know, they're not spending enough time with you.
Right. But this is the thing, right? You're talking about carrying equipment. I'm talking about washing dishes, traps, mopping twice to make sure the grease is up. Hard work.
Yeah, it is.
It's not an easy work. Like, when we were growing up, my dad or my parents, we just worked the register. Tick, 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 clean, you know what I'm saying? Right? But we saw them mopping and sweeping and my dad sleeping downstairs. And it's not an easy, that's why when we got the sale, we was like, sell it. Because I didn't want to live like that. I wanted to enjoy I saw my father make all the money in the world, but shit, that motherfucker ain't enjoy that shit. He was sick. So when the sale came, I talked to my brother about it. I said, hey, this is the opportunity. Then there's a war coming, right? This war's not gonna stop. No time soon. And if you think we fucked up now, wait, okay? There's a war coming. People are not gonna have any money. Employment rate is rising. I said, man, if we don't win right now while the skillet is hot, we went nationwide. We was viral as fuck. You know what I'm saying? See, if we don't sell now, we're gonna walk with a motherfucker stick up our ass. He said, we're gonna sell and do what? I said, I don't give a fuck. We sell and we hold to liquid. Jeff Bezos doing it. Motherfucker, all these rich folks, they all selling their shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They selling it for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I always tell. When I talk to people in general about business, like I was just talking to a young guy the other day about it. I'm like, if you're young, you're making a little money, like working and everything, like save as much as you can because the world is changing right now. You don't know what's going to happen, but you need to be prepared.
Right.
If you're prepared, like a channel I listen to, a guy, he says, like 80,000, you got 80,000 disposable income just sitting to the side. You get your credit score right, you know, and be prepared so that when any industry moves, you got 80K. You don't even, that's just your emergency fund.
Right.
You know, your credit score is straight. You can get your loan out and get involved actively whatever the direction the economy is going. Like, what's the next market?
And for me, this is exactly my plan, man. My plan is I trimmed my lifestyle. I used to drive the hottest cars in the city or in the state or whatever. I drove them all from Porsches to Benzes to double R's. I drove them all. You know what I'm saying, right? I lived the lifestyle that I wanted to live, you know? So I trimmed my lifestyle. My lifestyle costs me a month for me to exist is $1,600. I'm okay with that. I could duck anyway. I could call UB and be like, hey man, let me borrow $1,600. But if my lifestyle, if I had $1,000 car note, $300 insurance, motherfucking house note, this, them people that got $5,000 and $6,000 monthly expenses, they can't call on nobody and ask for let me borrow $6,000. You look at me like, you crazy? Yeah. You know what I mean? Even if you had it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right? But I could call you and be like, hey man, sure, I'm about to get evicted, bro. Let me borrow $1,500. You might do it. Matter of fact, hey, you might not even do it at all. You might be like, I got $500. I'm gonna be able to. You see what I'm saying? But all these people that's jumping out of Benzes and jumping out of all that is gonna go away. Yeah. You like it or you don't?
In actuality, they're probably already behind, you know, because
you're
overseeing your life.
There you go. Point, so. Right. You know, I went to a seminar, and the seminar guy, he's a millionaire, and he taught me something that I've never thought about. He said, I want you to take your monthly expenses, multiply them by 12, and then divide them on 365 days. And it will tell you how much negative before you open your eyes you are in. Now you take that negative and see how much income is coming in. And if your income is not 3 times what your negative is, you're not living comfortably. You're either surviving, living. But if you're making 3 times, then you are living comfortably. Man, I looked at it, I calculated, I said, oh shit. Man, I had a Benz, I had this, I had that. I said, oh shit, man, $300 a day.
Yeah.
I said, oh, no, for what? I swear to God, B, I said, for what? 304. I said, for what? I said, why am I paying 304?
And then you work so much, it's like, hey.
For me to live comfortably, if my expenses a day, it was 268 or some shit like that. But if whatever it is, I have to make 3 times that. That means if my expenses is $200 a day, I need to be making $600 a day in income. What job in the city of Birmingham, Alabama is paying you $600 fucking dollars? None. What company's paying you $500? Because if you're not living if you're not making 6, then you need to at least be making 4. So you could be able to pay your bills and you have double put up, right? Ain't no job in Birmingham paying you $400 a day, right? Now what job is paying you $200? Very, very seldom, right? So if they're giving you $150, you think it's good, but you're living in the negative and you will never catch up. Man, once I realized that shit, it was over with. Yeah. I don't go. Listen, man, that car out there, when I can't get it, go tick, 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 tick. Listen, that's a Benz. You understand me? That bitch paid for it. You understand? Okay?
Yeah, that's why I'm on. Like at the age I'm at, like when I was younger, I was into all the cars.
Yeah.
Now I got my truck. You know what I'm saying? It's a utility vehicle. It gets me from point
A to Z. That's it.
I don't put no. The only thing I do now, like because I'm a musician and everything, like I have to have my sound straight.
I got you.
That's the only thing. As far as like the stage part, like half the time I'm too busy to wash it. It's dirty half the time. Like,
listen, man, I invest in home now. I got a nice surround sound at the crib. I got the aesthetic light.
Yeah.
You know,
you want to be comfortable for yourself. It's not, you work that hard. Like everything you want to appreciate your work within you and not for just somebody else to see.
Facts.
You want to feel comfortable building.
Facts.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I realized, man, I was only driving Mercedes for the women. I was only driving Porsches for the women. Bruh, that fucking Impala, it gets me where I need to go. Like when I leave here, I'm finna go pull up on a brunch spot. You know what I'm saying? Right? Fuck that. I got $5 for money. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what's coming.
What do you think about AI?
It's a great tool. If you're not using AI, you're dumb. Why? They gave us a tool. You just got to put in the time to learn how to work it.
How do you think AI would have been effective in the restaurant industry? How do you think, like, going forward, like, restaurant owners could?
I was utilizing AIs in go look at my page. Like, go to Aki's Street Cuisine on Facebook and see everything was AI. You know what I'm saying? I was making videos AI. I was making flyers AI. I was getting concept AI.
You were on AI before, like, at the
I was on AI before anybody knew about AI.
Like, that's one of those situations where, and like AI is like a whole different field, and you pretty much have to be in the tech industry to kind of get the ins and outs of that at the beginning. But yeah, if you were there at the conception of it, it's like, yeah, people start seeing the money going through it, like the ideas you have for it, you get into that and invest in the AI, the conception of it.
So I believe in Trump theory. Okay? Let's talk now. You want to talk?
Let's talk to it.
All right. So I believe in Trump theory. The human body should not be working the way that we are. And with the way prices are going up, right? You're going to have to work double just to cover. So that means so the human right now works 40 hours to cover their bills. You're going to have to work 80 hours to cover your bills. That's not, your liver is not made for that.
Yeah.
You're with all due respect, your bones are not made for that.
And then depending on the industry you're in too. Like,
see what I'm saying? You putting wear and tear. So why not allow these AI come in? I just saw a video the other day, man, the whole fucking factory was AI and it was dark as fuck. And them bitches is working. Why not?
Yeah.
You just need to learn how to utilize AI. You need to learn how to command it.
And I think that's what most people are scared, that AI is going to take over all the jobs and everything. But like you said, in actuality, AI is a tool to work along with you. You know what I'm saying? It's really, in my opinion, I don't think it'll advance to the point where, it doesn't need a human. Like, I think it always need human input, to get the results that you are going to be able to get out of it. I used to be a computer science major. So that's what I was saying too.
Right, yeah. So the human is going to always be needed because he's going to have to command it. See, AI doesn't generate commands. What AI does is it takes your command and generates what you tell it. Other than that, AI is just on your phone. If I tell AI right now, like, hey, I need a script real quick for these podcasts, it's going to give me that. Right? But it's not going to tell me, it's not going to give you, the podcast is going to be about business. The podcast is not going to be about, you have to tell it that.
Actually tell it what you're looking for.
There you go. So I don't think AI will take over because somebody's going to have to command those robots. But if you're not taking it serious and you're not diving in it early, you're going to get left behind. Yeah. And that's what I think. I told my son, I said, hey, go anything computer software. I don't care. Just go software. You know what I'm saying? No hardware, software. Why, Dad? Why not hardware? I said, because they're going to have robots fixing robots. But the software needs to go into the robot that's going to fix the robot. You go software. Right now, man, you take a picture. I took a picture the other day of something on my leg right here. I got bit by something. Dropped that bitch in AI. AI told me what the fuck it was.
Yeah, I do that a lot too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Why would I go to the doctor? You know what I'm saying? And even if I have a problem with thinking, see, it's a non-bias. It doesn't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna tell you logically the correct answer and method. It don't give a fuck about your feelings. It don't give a fuck about my feelings. It don't give a fuck about the other person's feelings. It's gonna tell you right or wrong. And that's why a lot of people don't like it. Because it's not giving them what they want. That is that. Shit, I put that shit in my motherfuckers. I said, hey, I want to run Aki's like a CEO. He gave me the blueprint. It was my idea, but it gave me the structure. Because I don't have it.
What year did you start up Aki's?
We started up Aki's in 2020?
2020?
Yeah.
And AI was able to get you what you needed?
No, AI just came here recently.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the past year or so. You know what I'm saying? But before AI, it was just, you know what I'm saying? 2020, back in 2020. AI wasn't out yet, none of that, you know? I think AI came out, what, 2021?
Well, probably commercially.
Yeah, like, commercially, yeah.
You know,
but I was using AI, but not for the business. So I'm gonna tell you a story about how AI came about on my lap. My cousin came from Egypt, and he was like, "Hey man, you heard of something called ChatGPT?" I was like, "No, what the fuck is ChatGPT?" And he was like, "Man, here, I'm gonna send you the link." At the time, it wasn't no app; it was a website. So I started, you know what I'm saying? I started using it. I was like, what that is? He was like, yeah, they got it in Egypt. People are using it. It's not even in America yet. So, okay. And I was using it. That was back, like I said, 2019, 2020. But I didn't know the capacity. And as time progressed, now I knew the capacity. Shit, I started getting into it more and more. I could commit to do anything. I know the codes. You know what I'm saying? And then now I'm learning AI visual. I'm gonna be a beast in that too. Because I want to open up a marketing company now. So there's a lot in marketing. You know what I'm saying? Some people be like, oh, just throw the flyer on there.
Yeah, it's not.
No. You know what I'm saying? It's a psychological. You know, you gotta know when, where, how. You can't just throw out a flyer and just be like, no, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, I wanted to do skits and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just don't have the tools, you know? Because dealing with Aki's, it taught me a lot about the social media world. And bro, you can make some money. Some real money.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It takes a lot of time now.
Yeah, it does.
You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna work. You have to dedicate one or the other because it takes time. Like you have to be outside. You know what I mean? And that's just really pretty much it. But you know.
So where do you see yourself going like future? Well, I know you say you're kind of planning for the future. Do you have any ideas? Is there anything that interests you right now?
Yeah. So right now I'm looking for a business concept or a business model where it could generate income without me being hands-on. So, or it will be a quarterly hands-on. And I'm gonna move to Colombia. And I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my life while the business is doing its thing and the money is getting direct deposited. And I just come every 90 days, restock it, whatever it may be at the time, and go live back in Colombia. I don't want to live in America anymore. my parents did it. They moved to another country. Why do I have to stay here? My money gonna go longer. I'm gonna wake up to tropical islands.
Yeah, I think the world is so much bigger than that now. You know, like with social media and everything. It's like
Japan.
Yeah, we do a lot of traveling too. Like we travel like at least out of the country two, three times a year. So
All right, yeah. Like Japan. Like Japan is so far advanced, man. But listen, man, America only has one thing only. Freedom. And with that comes a lot of problems. Believe it or not. And I'm not trying to make this into this topic though, right? But for example, you have a daughter, right? If she was living in any other country, you wouldn't be a fear of what the possibilities could be. I'm just trying to be respectful here about that. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay? This country, man, is a demise. My son is 15 years old, and I caught him with a blunt. Because it's freedom. You know what I'm saying? You talk to me, I call the police. But they gonna do it anyway. My homeboy says, shit, you rather for him to do it while you know or while you not know? It's not the right ideal thing.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah. So, so another country for me, a country does not have anything that's westernized. Like I go over there and open up a wing and burger shack on the beach and just put American style burgers and wings. I'm gonna win. Yeah. Just because it has the word America on it. See, by me living outside the country and traveling outside the country, I understand that the word USA or the letters USA means something in other places. It don't mean shit to us, but it means a lot in other places. Yeah, it does. You see what I'm saying, right? Made in USA. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? Right? So I know this concept. So why not take 200,000-300,000, shoot down to Colombia, put them in the bank, get your earnings off them. That's a nice check. Right? Do you know how the most luxurious lifestyle in Colombia is per ChatGPT? $2,300 a month. Yeah. And you live like ChatGPT said, you eat and drink everything you want and you're living on a mountain. This is what ChatGPT said. Yeah. For $2,300. Bro, I pay rent $1,900 right down here. You see what I'm saying? So why not?
Why not?
I mean, be honest with yourself. How many of your old friends do you communicate with today?
I'm not a social person.
You don't have to answer that.
I keep in touch with people, but it's not like I'm just gonna sit there and hold an in-depth conversation like all the time.
Look what you just said. I keep in touch with them. You didn't say you pull up on them. Well, we got West Ave. I'm over here.
FaceTime.
Right. Hey, you see what I'm saying? So that whole 1952 concept, that's just over with. But we can move anywhere in the world now. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, as long as you got American dollars, that's why I'm waiting. I'm making sure that the petrol dollar stay the petrol fucking dollar. If that shit stay the petrol dollar, game on, baby. I'm out of here. Yeah. That's it. But if the petrol dollar drops, I'm staying my ass right here. Because I understand what they mean. That's it. But other than that, man, life is good. Hey, this is the only thing I could advise people right now is if you got some cash, hold on to it. Don't be in a rush right now. If you're trying to buy a house, hold off. Because 2028 is going to be the year. I believe it's going to be the year. I believe if you got cash, you're going to be king. I believe that there's a power shift that's going on in the country.
Obviously.
And the rich is going to become poor, and the poor is going to become rich. But the only way to become rich, you got to have cash. Look at moguls like Warren Buffett, motherfucking Jeff Bezos, the guy from CEO from Microsoft, Bill Gates. They're all selling. They're selling for a reason. These are people that are undocumented papers, swore that they don't believe in selling anything, but they're selling now. Why? Something is about to happen. And they need cash. They need liquid. Like you said. Why change what it's already being done? You know what I'm saying? I just follow the train.
Yeah, follow the train.
Yeah, that's it. So now I'm at a standstill. My life, like I told you, right now, $1,600 a month. I'm okay with that. I can go borrow that. You know? Live my life very simple now. And I'm just waiting. It might be houses. Because all these houses about to get foreclosed. Bruh, if you're paying $2,300 a month for a house note, that's a lot.
It is.
Plus your car note. Plus insurance. Plus your kids. Plus your taxes. Plus. It's going to be hard. A lot of people are going to get forsaken. A lot of people are going to kill themselves because they're not used to being to that bottom. When you don't have enough money to put, man, gas $4, bro. Bro, I came all the way out here. I was like, God damn, motherfucker, this far.
We went that right back up. You know, we had a little period of time, but yeah, it seemed like that's becoming part of the normal. Like you have dips in it, then it'll go right back up, dip down, and go right back up.
Let me tell you something, man. California has not seen a ship from China past 4 weeks. Do you know what they mean? So the strait is still closed for Americans. No gas. It's about to be some shit. It's about to be some motherfucking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you see all the little conflicts start popping up, it's usually somebody's trying to cut off somebody's supply.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And they just fired up the ship that was holding all those missiles. That means Iran got something going on. They ain't playing this go around. Then they got the Iraqis with them now. We're living in biblical time, bro.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is biblical time. This was spoken on. This has to go down. It just has to. And the smartest people are going to duck the wave right now. Right now, all you do is duck them. You pay your fucking bills. You get out of debt as much as you can. And that's it. Right now, I'm calling all my creditors. Whatever I owe, I'm trying to pay it. Get that shit. I'm trying to get out of debt. So I could duck the wave and just keep living and keep moving. That's it, man.